Hey guys, and welcome to our update on September 14th, 2023. So, looking at our satellite, we currently have a trailing waving front over Ireland, marked by this band of cloud from the Atlantic in towards Ireland, the UK, and the North Sea. And the sequence shows that the cloud is moving on its side from the southwest to northeast. So, basically, it's staying in roughly the same place. The radar shows that nicely as well. We've got this area of rain in Ireland and also towards the Irish Sea and clipping North Wales and into parts of northern and northwestern England here. Warnings from met.ie for rainfall and orange warning for Cork and Waterford. So from this afternoon to tomorrow evening, persistent and heavy rainfall will lead to flooding, poor visibility, and difficult difficult travelling conditions. Valid today at 4 p.m. till tomorrow at 6 p.m. And also a yellow warning for rain for Munster, Bar, Clare, and all of South Leinster. And that's valid from 6 p.m. today till 6 p.m. tomorrow. The UKV 5-day forecasts. So, today's rainfall is moving in to the south this evening. Some heavy bursts in there as well. They move northwards into the early hours of the morning and really stay in the same place. East Ulster, East Leinster, South Leinster, and Munster stays under rain from about today at about 8 p.m. all the way through tomorrow. Rain just stays stationary pretty much until tomorrow evening when it does die out. But still, some areas will see rain for 24 to 30 hours straight. In Saturday morning, we see some showery rain just brushing the southeast coast. But bar that, quite a dry morning, cloudy in the east, sunny in the west, and that theme continues into the evening. There's some high cloud does come in general, and some drizzle may fall over Wicklow. Into Sunday, we see this band of heavy or even thundery rain moving in from the south, and these big cells here could be thunderstorms in the Irish Sea and of the UK. So that's one to watch there. A big thundery system breaking out over the UK there Sunday evening. Big multi-cell thundery system. That is watching big time. Also, some storms form over the east coast on Sunday evening there. So also more possibly forming on a cold front in the early hours of Monday morning. That'll clear through to sunshine, gusty westerly winds, and frequent downpours on Monday. And into Tuesday, we see a warm front moving eastwards and a warm sector coming in for Tuesday afternoon, and a cold front waiting in the wings for Tuesday night. So all looking very zonal after Sunday. This is the temperature forecasts from the UKV. So today we will see lowest temperatures getting towards about 10 degrees in the north to about 12 degrees in the south. Tomorrow, temperatures will barely rise, really. By 3 p.m, 10 degrees in the Midlands, possibly 11, I'd say, really. It's about 14 degrees in the northwest. Now, over the past few days, I have repeated myself many times in saying that this massive temperature contrast between England and Wales and Ireland, Scotland, and Northern England will really fuel that band of rain that will bring excessive rainfall to the south of Ireland. This is what's causing it. This big temperature contrast in the same place. Now, had this been the winter, this would probably be a major snow event for Ireland, Scotland, and Northern England. If only it were January, this would be a major snow event, and I'd be lucky enough here in County Wexford to actually be just slightly on that cold side of the boundary to probably see snow. Anyway, into Friday evening, the rain clears off somewhat, and temperatures fall. Under clear skies in the north to about 9 degrees, elsewhere 10 to 12. Into Saturday, we see temperatures rising, 14 to 17 degrees, warmest in the west, well, mildest in the west, coolest in the east, under the cloudy skies, and the wind in from the northeast. Into Sunday, you can see temperatures over North Ulster well below 10 degrees, colder over Scotland, but over the rest of the country about 10 to 13, mildest in the south. Into Sunday, and that's as we see a warmer and more humid air mass gathering to the south, and that will fuel that big thundery plume over the UK and possibly just skirting the east coast on Sunday. On Sunday, temperatures rise not that much, 15 to 17 degrees, but very warm just over the just on the other side of the Irish Sea, really, over Wales, into the 20s. Into Monday at 6 a.m, a cold front moves eastwards. Behind it, 10 degrees to 12 degrees. Ahead of it, 13 to 14. And into Monday, we see 11 over Donegal to 17 in Wexford. So a cool autumnal day with fresh, strong, and gusty westerly winds. Tuesday morning, it starts off quite cold. 8 degrees in the east and north to about 10 to 12 in the west. And on Tuesday, we see a cold day over Ulster, 9 to 13, but elsewhere in the warm sector, 17 to 19, warmest in the south and South Midlands. This is the NAO observed and GEFS forecast. The NAO is the north Atlantic oscillation, and that measures the pressure difference between Iceland and the Azores. When it's positive, you have low over Iceland and Greenland, and the high from the Azores strengthening and ridging towards Ireland and the UK, and vice versa for a negative NAO. So, currently, this NAO here, this black line, is currently lying very weakly negative, implying that higher pressure is forming over Greenland, and that's forcing the lows from Greenland south past Iceland towards the UK, and the Azores high is weakened. This is the ensemble mean, this black dashed line, and the red lines are ensembles, and the mean is going quite strongly negative beyond mid-September, and that does show that we're in for a quite an autumnal spell of weather. Now let's see why. This is the GFS 12 dead run. So, tomorrow, low over Scotland, and this is fueling with this cold or cool northwesterly breeze against this quite warm and humid air mass to the south. If we just go towards tomorrow at midday, upper temperatures, look, it's along this line here, the 5 Sussex isotherm, that will see the heaviest rain, I think. So going through the southeast up towards Scotland, that's where the heaviest rain will be. This is the pressure map. So again, into Saturday, we'll see this easterly flow. The high is ridging in slightly from the west. That will kill the rain off briefly, though a pincer movement will take place on Sunday as the thundery trough to the south will merge with the autumnal low over Greenland to generate thunderstorms, and in the end a cold front to sweep in this much cooler polar maritime air mass on Monday, blustery showers, westerly winds. Tuesday, westerly winds again, probably getting a bit warmer into Wednesday as the winds do tilt in from more of a southwesterly direction as the warm front comes in and that low passes to the south. But into Thursday and Friday, winds try to go northerly there, upper temperatures are actually quite warm, but there is some cold air just lurking to the north. If we get going, low comes in again, and behind that low, winds do temporarily go northerly, it seems. So with that, we get the zero southern system in towards Northern Ireland and Scotland and Northern England, and the -5 southern system here, getting close towards Shetland, and that in the winter is normally what we look for to say that it's colder for snow, but obviously it's September, so that won't work. Anyway, going into the end of the month, this ridge builds over us, but that's only ahead of what seems like a very deep area of low, probably some remain of a hurricane, I think it is. That comes in towards us. And that just flattens it off, but it does drag up quite a warm air mass before it. And right towards the very end of the month, by Sunday, September 30th, sorry guys, by the end of the month, low to the northwest, drawing in the winds from the west, for a cool and autumnal end to September. Right, the ECM looking like this. Get rid of the ash. Okay, so pincer movement over the weekends, as I said, with this area of low to the south merging with the autumnal low over Greenland to form one low pressure, and in the end, a very cool and strong and blustery and showery westerly flow. And that low stays there, anchored over us and to the north, bringing constant fronts and showers from the west and southwest. And here we go. It stays there next week. And towards the weekends, more lows just come racing in from the west. And this little feature here, actually this big feature, this remain of a hurricane or something, with some very warm air in here, that may just come barreling in. We will see. The UK Met run. Like this. Here we go. So, tomorrow we see this area of rain setting up on this 5 system, so through the South Midlands into Northern England. This is where we'll see the heaviest rain on this run. So here we go. Into the weekend, Saturday is drier with a ridge to our north, but the Sunday sees the low to the south moving in, and that merges with the Greenland low and pulls in the westerly flow to see next week being a very, 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 very autumnal week. Look at that, really autumnal chart there by Thursday. Lows to the north, wrapping in these very strong westerly winds. Upper temperatures are cool. The gem. Look at this. Here we go. Here we go indeed. Okay. So, pincer movement on Sunday, area of low. Westerly winds into Monday and Tuesday. That low anchors itself right over us into midweek periods. Upper temperatures get quite cool into that period as well. Getting towards freezing in the north. And more lows coming after that. The icon run. Oh, I do hate these ads. I really do hate them. Anyway, the icon. Okay, so that Saturday is dry day. Sunday sees some thundery rain possible. Westerly winds on Monday and so on. And they stay with us into the week. Next week looks really unsettled. Dartboard low over us, also north. Constant wind from the west, constant rain showers. So again, arpege. Saturday, high pressure from the west, doesn't last long. That low to the north does get going into Tuesday. My God, that looks steep, very autumnal. So here we go. It looks like real autumn is coming very, very soon. So do enjoy Saturday in the west if it's dry. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.